Hello everyone and welcome to the crypto session brief. We're on Tuesday the 3rd of May 2022. So sellers still very much in control of these crypto markets, it would seem, despite the relative flatness, it must be said, so far in the trading session today. As you can see here, Bitcoin on the bottom left of my screen, pretty much flat on the day so far. In fact, flat yesterday as well, so quite an indecisive week, an indecisive start to the week, I should say. And of course, quite interestingly positioned down here at the bottom of this up channel here on Bitcoin. A lot of lower highs being put in as well since that most recent high on the 21st of April. As you can see, around the 43,000 mark, you've seen several lower highs. Obviously, I'm on the daily here, but if we was to put it on a H4 chart, for example, you'd see it more clearly. So that's just showing that the trend is still to the downside, that sellers are still controlling this particular market. And of course, heading into the FOMC tomorrow, quite an interesting position. And look, personally, I've shared some views inside the European session briefs as well earlier on in the trading day. But the way that I'm looking at tomorrow's FOMC at the moment is potential buy the US dollar, or buy the 50 basis points hike that the Fed are going to do. So that's all been priced into markets. Let's say over this past month, we've seen the US dollar absolutely flying, yields have been flying, equities have been struggling. And then when we get into their FOMC, they deliver the 50 basis points hike. Powell has his speech, which is arguably the more important of the events tomorrow. But what else could be said that's not already been said by Powell and even some of the uber doves among the Fed members? I've been commenting lately, such as Leo Brainard, on how there might even be the need to do back-to-back 50 basis points hike. I mean, these Fed members have gone from doves, some of them uber doves, to ultra hawks. I mean, how much more hawkish can they get? I don't think they can really get any more hawkish than they're right now. And with BTC right here, linking it back to this particular market, obviously, at the technical perspective, at the bottom of this channel, could it be a good opportunity to buy heading into that event tomorrow? And I'm favoring the long side from here, despite that series of lower highs that we've just been talking about. Litecoin at 101, a lot of mean reversion around the 100 handle at the moment. Overhead, got a target if we can hold above the 100 into 115, 105 initially, but then 115. Downside, of course, basically that low from the week last week around the 95 area. Ethereum as well on the H4, you can see that series of lower highs that Ethereum's been putting in over the past over the past month, basically. Now down at 28.45, hasn't been able to hold on at 3,000. You can see that rejection. I think it was around about here over the past week. Clear resistance there. We hit the 31.75 level. That was one of our levels in the previous session briefs, and we hit that rejection off. Now we're trading back at support at 27.70. If that doesn't hold, then it'll be a case of heading back down into these areas here around 2,500. Ripple, as we can see, 61.95 is where we're currently trading, 0.6195. Likewise, series of lower highs, but again, going back to my point on the buy the rumor sort of thing, sell the fact. Potential from the Fed tomorrow with the FOMC, and move up into 65, 68.45 even could be on the cards, at least initially. I'm not going to say the overall trend's going to completely change, but even just in the short term, you might see some spikes across risk assets tomorrow. That's it from my end, guys, for the crypto session brief. I've got no major crypto news to bring your way at this particular point in time. If there is, of course, I'll post it inside the chat room. Until next time, I wish you all the best with your trading, and bye for now.